Hello, and welcome to Musical Alchemy, brought to you by Empire of Light. My name is Chris, and today I'll be illuminating deeper ideas and meanings within the song Crystal Blue Persuasion by Tommy James and the Shondells.
Crystal blue persuasion. It's a new vibration. Crystal blue persuasion. Crystal.
Does Crystal Blue Persuasion sound familiar to you? Do you know where those words came from? The story is more beautiful than you'd guess, so let's dive in. Imagine this, it's 1968. Tommy James is 21 years old, and he's already world famous, but he's running on empty. One night, he picks up the oldest book on a shelf, and he reads 3 words rise off the page at him, spread out over 3 or 4 verses in the book of Revelation. And they assemble themselves in his mind. Crystal Blue Persuasion. A vision of a beautiful new experience for mankind. And when he sang a new vibration, that was him telling you exactly what it felt like. The song spent 3 straight weeks at number 2 on the Billboard Top 100 in the summer of 1969. Born from a private moment with an ancient book. Here's a funny side story. In that very same summer when the song was number 1 in 1969, he got a call from his secretary about an invitation. The way the secretary described it to him was that some pig farmer was having a party in upstate New York and asked him to play music there. He passed on that idea and skipped it. It turns out that party was called Woodstock, and he still laughs about it to this day in terms of the confusion that he had with his secretary and how she described the event. Funny how things work out. Another little pop-up idea, this song, Crystal Blue Persuasion, got a lot of play in the last decade or so from a famous show called Breaking Bad. It was 40 years after the fact. And you can see a couple of pictures here I found. Walter White, Breaking Bad, and the notorious blue crystal meth that he was selling. Everyone knows how that one turned out, but that was an interesting take, far different than what the original meaning of the song was. And then here's one more interesting fact I found while I was researching this song. It's wild, but it's true. Roulette Records was actually a front for the Genovese crime family. So we're talking the mob. The boss, Morris Levy, was hiding the royalties from the band's biggest hits. Tommy James eventually wrote a memoir about it, and it was called Me, the Mob, and the Music. So kind of an interesting way that things developed here. They were obviously later found out and went to prison as the mob family. But that's another story here. So let's get into the song. That's a little bit of background for you on it, and then we'll listen to some clips of it and talk about the actual verses and the meanings, the stuff that I associated with it.
Look over yonder. What do you see? The sun is rising. Most definitely. A new day's coming. Ooh, people are changing. Ain't it beautiful? Ooh, crystal blue persuasion.
All right, so it opens up pretty solid right there. What do you see? The sun is rising. Can you see? The world is changing. It's clear if you pay attention. People are changing, and it's beautiful. Awareness is rising. The old ways no longer work, and it's beautiful to see these improvements. And so this comes down to, what is your energetic state? What is your perspective about the reality we're experiencing around each of us right now? And the interesting part is it's completely up to us. It depends on our state of mind on a daily basis and how we relate to that. if we are aware and we are present and we work on controlling our nervous systems and working through the various issues that come up to maintain a baseline of calm, to be able to actually analyze what's happening. We limit various sources of media, news, social, etc., that are meant to get emotional reactions out of us. We can see things differently. So on one hand, you could say everything's falling apart. But the ironic twist to that is we live in a world full of paradoxes. It's actually when things fall apart that new things can be born. It's a requirement, in fact. We can't have a new system until an old one falls. And we're at a point now where far too much has been revealed and there's no going back. Too many people see it, and more on a daily basis in a million different ways. People are seeing, people are asking questions, and people are demanding change. So those old power structures that have controlled for millennia, they're eroding and they don't like it. And that's why they keep pumping all the negativity out, because there's an old saying that says, united we stand and divided we fall. They want to keep us divided. They want to push us away. But it's beautiful to see how people are coming together. It's not working the way that it used to. And once we become consciously aware, there's no going back to the old ways. So let's dive into the next section here.
Don't see the light. Love is the answer. Ooh, that's alright. So don't you give up now. Ooh, so easy to find. Just look to yourself.
All right. So that was another one full of all kinds of messaging right there. Get ready. You're going to see the light. Basically, what I'm taking from that, ascension is upon us. Whatever your beliefs, you cannot miss the changes that are happening. If you compare it to a year ago, 5 years, 10, 25, there is no doubt that things are changing. It's just not the way that it used to be. And there was a lot of things that stayed the same for a long time. And it's accelerating. So that's exciting, depending on how you look at it. Can be a little bit tumultuous from time to time. But, just remember to come back to your center and breathe. That's the biggest thing that I learned. Breathing is the best way to calm ourselves and to be able to process things at a more baseline level. Love is the answer. It's the increased love and compassion that brings more light to earth. Don't give up now. If you watch what the news and social media make popular, it's easy to lose hope. But the energy has already changed. Tune in to the new energy. Change how you interact with the world. It's your choice every day whether you submit yourself to these forces or not. You do not have to participate. It's completely voluntary. And it's easier than ever before to grow and embody the light. Look to your soul and open your mind. Your soul-led heart will guide the way. Watch for cognitive dissonance, where you hear something and it's not the story that you were told, and so you immediately reject it. In order for new to come in, you have to be able to say, whoa, that's not what I know. But hold on a second. Is there any merit to what I'm hearing? Does that serve me better? And look for these things. In order for it to change, that which used to be true will be evolving into a new form of it. So we have a more fair and just world here. Being open to new ideas can change the way that you interact with life. And so if you take a look at the little diagram I have here, like magnetic versus repelling, this is the biggest thing. Like if you're interacting with people and systems, force, like you take two magnets with the same polarity and push them together and they keep repelling, that's force. Whereas if you flip one of the magnets over, they're now attracted to each other. That's a magnetic force. So I find that instead of telling people how to live, what the answer is, it's far better to share our stories, our experiences, and how it's helped us, and allow people to come to us through magnetism instead of force. So let's go ahead and listen to the final.
Maybe tomorrow, when he looks down on every green field in every town, all of his children in every nation. Crystal blue persuasion. Yeah.
All right, so that last one, this gets a little more symbolic. And again, it depends on how you look at things. I know Tommy James was referring to a biblical verse, but I take this more as referring to the throat chakra. So crystal blue, that's going to be the color of throat chakra. Everything you speak has a vibration. Choose positive words, messages, and positions to make the world a better place. A new vibration, the collective positivity is rising, and the new vibration is growing exponentially. Be a part of the change. Do you want the world to change? Be the change the world needs. Follow your heart, lead with love and compassion, and treat the world the way that you would like to be treated. The ripple effect of kindness is unstoppable. Speak your truth from a place of love. So I think this song is loaded with all kinds of great messaging, considering that it's, 56 years old now. Obviously, there's repeating themes that happen in this human existence. Nothing new under the sun. But I think this is a great song, great messaging, and I hope a couple of my ideas might have landed with you. So obviously I'm doing a review of these. This is the artist's work. He is still alive, Tommy James here. And so if you go down to the description below, I have a link to his official YouTube channel. Please check it out. Check out his other works, all of the stuff that he's promoting, and support the artist. If it meant something to you, there's a lot of other good music. And I can tell you, they have a lot of really good songs. Check it out. And with that, I'm going to go ahead and close this episode up. I hope that lit some new light up in you, some new meaning about crystal blue persuasion. What do you think? Do you agree? Do you interpret it differently? I'd love to hear your thoughts and your comments in the comment section below. So please interact. Please subscribe, like, comment. I would love to hear from you, and reach out anytime. empireoflight.love is open to anyone you want. There's lots of options with no cost at all, and I'd love you to come check it out and join in the change of this world. We regularly do this type of production, and we are soon launching some high vibes dance parties where people can come together, listen to positive music, good lyrics, have a good time, and interact with one another in a positive community. So check us out.